Trump pushes conspiracy theory that doctors are lying about COVID-19 to damage his re-election chances. A reality TV host retweeting a game show host about how all of the medical community is lying to hurt the economy is the state of politics today. What in the hell? And the great thing is, people all over the world are in on it. From peasant farmers in Cambodia to investment bankers in Germany, hundreds of thousands of people gladly lay down their lives, and millions more will have to fake permanent lung damage for the rest of their lives, just to stick it to Trump. Hell, our own Prime Minister spent a week in an ICU just to damage his friend Donald's re-election chances. Astonishing. So a lot of crisis actors are clogging up the ERS and getting into personal debt to lie. Cool story, bro. Please. Please. For the love of God or whatever it is you hold sacred in life. Just stop. Everyone is lying. The CDC, media, Democrats, are doctors. These people are fucking insane. January 22nd, we have it totally under control. It's one person coming in from China. It's going to be just fine. February 2nd, we pretty much shut it down coming in from China. February 5th, HHS Secretary Azar requested $2 billion to buy respirator masks and other supplies for the national stockpile. Trump cut that request by 75%. February 24th, the coronavirus is very much under control in the USA. Stock market starting to look very good to me. February 25th, CDC and my administration are doing a great job of handling coronavirus. February 25th, I think that's a problem that's going to go away. They have studied it. They know very much. In fact, we're very close to a vaccine. February 26th, the 15 cases in the US, within a couple of days is going to be down to close to zero. February 26th, we're going very substantially down, not up. February 27th, one day it's like a miracle, it will disappear. February 28th, we're ordering a lot of supplies. We're ordering a lot of, elements that frankly we wouldn't be ordering unless it was something like this. But we're ordering a lot of different elements of medical. March 2nd, you take a solid flu vaccine, you don't think that could have an impact, or much of an impact, on corona. March 4th, if we have thousands or hundreds of thousands of people that get better just by, sitting around and even going to work, some of them go to work, but they get better. March 5th, I never said people that are feeling sick should go to work. March 5th, the United States has, as of now, only 129 cases, and 11 deaths. We are working very hard to keep these numbers as low as possible. March 6th, I think we're doing a really good job in this country at keeping it down, a tremendous job at keeping it down. March 6th, anybody right now, and yesterday, anybody that needs a test gets a test. They're there. And the tests are beautiful. The tests are all perfect, like the letter was perfect. The transcription was perfect. Right? This was not as perfect as that, but pretty good. March 6th, I like this stuff. I really get it. People are surprised that I understand it. Every one of these doctors said, "How do you know so much about this?" Maybe I have a natural ability. Maybe I should have done that instead of running for president. March 6th, I don't need to have the numbers double because of one ship that wasn't our fault. March 8th, we have a perfectly coordinated and fine-tuned plan at the White House for our attack on coronavirus. March 9th, this blindsided the world. March 9th, the fake news media and their partner, the Democrat Party, is doing everything within its semi-considerable power, it used to be greater, to inflame the coronavirus situation, far beyond what the facts would warrant. March 10th, it will go away. Just stay calm. It will go away. March 13th, National Emergency Declaration. March 15th, it's a very contagious virus. It's incredible. But it's something we have tremendous control of. March 19th, and we're going to be able to make that drug available almost immediately, and that's where the FDA has been so great. They've gone through the approval process. It's been approved. March 19, FDA chloroquine has not been approved for use against COVID-19. March 23, you look at automobile accidents, which are far greater than any numbers we're talking about. That doesn't mean we're going to tell everybody no more driving of cars, so we have to do things to get our country open. Fatal car accidents aren't doubling every 2 days. April 23, so suppose we hit the body with a tremendous, whether it's ultraviolet or just very powerful light. Suppose we brought the light inside the body either through the skin or some other way. And then I see the disinfectant knocks it out in a minute. Turns to ask medical professional, is there a way we can do something like that? By injection inside. Almost a cleaning. Because you see it gets on the lungs and it does a tremendous number on the lungs, so it would be interesting to check that. USA is 4% of the Earth's population. US is 25% of the Earth's deaths. This is dangerous talk. I'd like to see him or his maskless followers spend an afternoon in an ICU and then tell me that they're lying. Come visit my county in Florida, where the ICU is over capacity, and then say it's a lie. Let's ignore the fact, and it is a fact, as indisputable as the color of the sky, that this asterisk isn't true. Asterisk. Instead, assume that it is. What does that say about Trump? If doctors, thousands of them in unison, in grand conspiracy against the president, hate him enough to fabricate evidence by the millions and somehow convince their patients to play along, doesn't that indicate something? If you're so bad that doctors are forced to fabricate an alternate reality to remove you from office, then shouldn't you ask yourself why? Wouldn't it mean that maybe, just maybe, you're a horrible piece of garbage and a threat to the nation, and this, again, is your best case scenario, this is your fabricated defense, that you are so hated by such a large number of experts that they're forced to fabricate reality to get rid of you. That's your claim. That's the best way you could spin this. Doesn't that make you stop and think, even for a fraction of a moment, that maybe you're the problem? But, of course, it's not true. The actual truth is this: your denial of the facts and unwillingness to listen to experts has caused the deaths of nearly 140,000 American citizens, has crippled the economy, and threatens to unravel society from the bottom up when forced to place our children in harm's way as schools open back up, something even the worst-hit nations have solved by this point. We are a laughingstock to the world and a slaughterhouse to ourselves. This is the most pathetic and malignant administration in U.S. history, and even its best-case delusions paint it as a gobsmacking failure of historic proportions. This man deserves jail just for his handling of the pandemic. Then why is he wearing a mask? The news needs to get graphic about the reality in ICUs. Apparently people won't believe anything is happening until they can see the bodies. What kind of an asshole do you have to have all doctors everywhere in the world collectively conspire against you? I wondered why some of my relatives back home started pushing this particular talking point. And his own supporters that built a wall on the border did it to discredit him, and his own officials leaked innumerable stories of his ineptitude that were false to damage him. And legal scholars call him the most corrupt president in history because they're biased. And historians call him one of the worst presidents in history because they're leftists. Or maybe, just maybe, he's a massively insecure narcissist that accidentally won the presidency during a publicity stunt running on a platform of racism, hatred, and complete fabrications, and everyone can see that he's inept, weak, and spiteful. Maybe. Even if everyone, the CDC, the media, most doctors are lying so you don't get elected. Maybe you should ask yourself why.